Welcome back. Today we're looking at haunted houses. Ooh, haunted houses for sale too. We're looking to buy, not actually, but wouldn't that be nice? I think from just a little looking here, just to spoil ahead of time here, if you wanna buy a house at some point in your life and you're thinking not gonna happen, I got a secret for you. Go for the haunted house discount. A lot of these houses look nice, but they're cheaper than they should be because they're so clearly haunted. Or just need a lot of work, usually is what it translates to, but why has no one been working on them? Because of the ghosts? Something to think about for sure. So let's jump into it. I think a fun little game that I'm gonna play while we do this is, at the end I wanna choose which one I would buy if I had to buy one of these. So we're gonna take everything into consideration. The pricing, the overall look, the space, the yard, how badly it's haunted. Like, can I deal with the haunting? Will it still be worth it? Will I survive? We'll pick one at the end, what we like the most. Feel free to pick your own, and if we pick the same one, aw. Okay, first one. Don't look at these photos over here yet, just look at this one right here. We got 5 beds, 4 baths, 6,500 square foot, 350K. It's in Arkansas? First of all, I'm liking what we got going on here. Feels very early 1900s, of course. I like it. I like the very colorful roofs. The front of it, you could see how it might be haunted, but I'm not getting like totally spooked here. It just looks like an old house, an old, nice, like almost mansion, you know? And I don't mind that. So let's see if it gets worse. Okay, all right, yeah, a lot of yellow and gold and white, some old furniture, but like, you know, if you replace the furniture and these spooky old photos on the wall that probably follow you as you walk by, then it probably could look nice, you know? Imagine like some Halo 2 posters on the wall. Is it still gonna feel haunted? Probably not. Not too bad so far, all right? This is definitely where the ghosts sit though. This looks so cozy. They are definitely going for the haunted look. They put as many things in this room as possible that could move when you look away, you know? Like this little rocking chair could start rocking, you know, as soon as you look away, you hear it. You look back and you're like, huh. This doll could start giggling. These flamingos could start flamingoing. I'm just thinking out loud here, bro. Definitely a trap door underneath this giant rug. What's with the flamingos though? That's so random. Look, there's another one. More dolls and stuffed animals. Ooh, this is the room that you die in, I think. What is this, the house from Clue? What's going on here? Colonel Mustard in the green room with a butter knife? Just think how many people have sat on these couches, dude. Gnarly. I'm giving this a solid haunted rating. This is definitely haunted. Like, there's no doubt about it, this is haunted, but it's not giving me like too bad of vibes, although this staircase is so creaky looking, you know? Yeah, this hallway, this is the spooky hallway for sure. This is the kind of doorway that you see a ghost go from one door to the other, just out of the corner of your eye. You know, as you go up the stairs, you're like, John, are you home? Nice, love the random pillars here that don't even fill the space. Scary pictures, TV looking like it's about to fall. This room looks like they tried to make it feel a little more modern, but I'm still getting spooked here, bro. Nice, red glass window. Another good room to die in, I think. I guess this is the same room, just the other angle. So many just doorways and creaky doors. Kitchen looks fine. Dude, what is going on here? Oh my gosh. Also, 2 more treasure chests? What are you putting in those, huh? Your doubloons? Your cursed gold? Why do you need so many of them? Also, scariest painting of a zebra I've ever seen. That thing's neck is going at a 180-degree angle just to look at you. Another TV look like it's about to fall. Very cool. Imagine watching TV like over here. You're like, wow, I love this show. Stupid. All right, let's move on. There's too many pictures of this house. You get the idea. Look at those bookshelves, man. Wow. Jeez Louise. Someone do a chandelier count for this house. How many chandeliers and how many rocking chairs? I want to know. Ooh, definitely a scary shower where you'd see a shape of something that isn't there. How many rooms are in this Willy Wonka house? They got Monopoly taped to the wall. What's going on here? You're supposed to play that thing. This is kind of cool though. This is a vibe. I would love to have a little like dining room, little fun room to go drink a sody pop with the boys. All right, yep. This might be the most haunted room, but we gotta move on here. This one gets a pretty high haunted rating from me. I'm not gonna pick it as my choice, obviously, because it's the first one, but keep that one in mind, all right? Haunted house number 1. Okay, here we go. This next one, 300K on 1.5 acres of lakefront property. Okay. I like it. I also don't like it. It's confusing, okay? This gives me kind of like a bad childhood memory vibe, doesn't it? Outside looks fine. You got some creepy trees, but whatever. It's winter time, that happens. Nice, cool. Okay, here we go. Here's the meat and potatoes. Empty room. The wallpaper is like 50% of these things, man. The wallpaper that was in some of these old houses is just so strange. It just looks so busy and chaotic, and it makes me feel like stressed because it just feels like bad vibes, doesn't it? Maybe I'm just being a wallpaper hater, but anytime I see wallpaper, I don't like it. And when it starts peeling, ugh, classic, just dirty wood floor. Very cool. Wow, wow, wow. Biggest fireplace I've ever seen. Also, normal sized fireplace, just biggest rock fixture I've ever seen in a house. This is like Minecraft level of in-house building. Another fireplace. Okay, I don't know why you'd need 2 fireplaces in the same house, but maybe I'm just too poor to understand that. This room is fine. A lot of wallpaper, but otherwise it's fine. More wallpaper. And the wallpaper matches the curtains. That's crazy work. Good bathtub to get murdered in. Feeling a lot of negative energy from this one. Okay, 3rd fireplace. Very cool. Just in case you want to have 3 fires going at once to engulf the sky above your house in smoke. I love the dusty black wood on the ground and the scary ghostly curtains. What's with this yellow, dude? I hate this yellow. In a home, I should say. I don't need this much yellow. I know it's wallpaper. We've learned I hate wallpaper. Yellow wallpaper? Piss yellow wallpaper? Crazy work. Okay, checkered floors, love it. Very haunted hallway. Is this like a little elevator thing? Cool, I like that. This is where the ghosts live, unless this is the door to the front yard, in which case, when you're outside of it, looking at the door, that's where the ghosts live. So this is probably the front door. So I guess, still true. If you're outside looking at this door, you would think, through this door are ghosts. And I think that you'd be correct. What a crazy entranceway. 2 giant medieval doors, and then yellow and green checkered floor. And this is your view when you walk in? Insane. There's so many photos. I feel like I can't go through every photo for every house. What is this? Just like a random haunted barn? You wanted a part 2? Nice. Okay. That's haunted for sure. No question there. This is haunted for sure. With the leaves blowing in, dude, when the breeze hits just right and the leaves kind of sweep across the floor and you get that like haunted as hell, brother. Nice little lake to potentially drown in. I know I'm being a little morbid here, but that's kind of part of it. It's kind of part of the vibe here. Great place to find out that someone drowned like 100 years ago and at night they emerge from the lake and walk the grounds. Fun times. $300K for that much floor space is a good deal, and yard space and lakefront space, but holy fixer-upper, you know what I mean? Like, sure, this is probably counted in the square footage, but like, what are you gonna do in here other than scream and run out until the doors slam in your faces? I'm gonna say it doesn't beat out the other one for me. Let's move on. $195K in Alabama. Okay, I like the very, very low res photo. Adds to the hauntedness of it. Have there not been any pictures taken of it in the last 20 years? And if so, why not? I would love to know. Wow. Okay. At first I thought pretty big house for under 200K. I mean, it looks pretty rough, but like if the inside's good, that's fine. I can deal with a rough outside, but where is the house? Where is any of it? This looks like it got hit by a tornado, you know what I mean? Wow, okay. Yeah, this is the most haunted one so far for sure. Also the flash photos. It's seemingly pitch black in here and they're lighting it up with a flashlight. They're just shining a flashlight at the wall and then taking a picture of it. That's crazy. The boarded up windows. Oh my gosh, dude. This is beyond haunted. This should be burned to the ground. This is crazy. Wow. I can't even believe this. This is for sale? You could buy this? Oh my gosh, it got sold. Someone bought this. Even with its low bike score? Dang. Wow, dude. 200K to get possessed by evil spirits? That's a crazy bad deal. Look at this. Wow, I feel like if you get a strong enough gust of wind, this whole thing just collapses on itself. This is like too haunted for like a horror movie to want to shoot in here, you know? Like if you're shooting a haunted house, like horror movie, you want to find something that looks scary, but this is like beyond that. Like this is unusable for anything. I don't know what the purpose of buying this would be other than to take it down. This is not a fixer-upper. This is a knocker-downer, you know? Like Extreme Makeover Home Edition, you know, where they like renovate people's houses that are struggling. Well, I say renovate, but they always knock them down. They wouldn't even like interview the family first. They would just come in with a wrecking ball and knock the whole thing down and then ask their story afterwards. Like, okay, so how'd you get in that situation? There's no hope. They wouldn't even pretend like they were considering doing this. You know, they'd be like, okay, cool house. Here's a new one. Worst one so far. Let's move on. Okay, next up, 350K in North Carolina. Okay, this looks nice. I know it's like the front and we're gonna probably be scared in a second, but like So far, I like it. It's a lot of brick. Making a wall out of the same thing as your house is pretty cool. Makes your house kind of feel like a wall, like you're living in a wall. That's kind of cool. Nice big yard. Seems fairly well maintained, or at least not that old compared to the other ones. Let's see. Still liking it. No complaints here. Still liking it. No complaints here. The backyard's nice. Probably got mad spiders here, but that's all right. Okay, the inside, it's fine. You know, whatever. This is definitely a Scooby-Doo hallway where they chase each other through different doors, but it's playful still, okay? Less playful, but still fine. It's a strange choice. This person who made this house like really had a thing for just all of one texture. They were like all brick, and inside all wood paneling, just everywhere to the ceiling. Love it. Okay, this looks different, right? Is this the same? Huh, is this like a shed? I'm confused what part of the house this is, but this doesn't look as friendly as the rest of it, but it's also just winter time. I would probably knock this shed down, but the rest of it's fine. Yeah, I don't mind this. This is fine. This is like my first apartment. And honestly, all the ones since then. This is what they look like when you move in. Scary, but fixable, you know? Nice. 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 I mean, I get what they mean, don't get me wrong. This one's not like not haunted, but I don't think I would walk into this house and be like, ooh, you know, like this is fine. Okay, there's a scary basement with a goofy door. Strange choice. Yeah, interesting kind of mint coloring. Feels kind of like an insane asylum. I like it. All right, nice. Is the basement kid themed because that's where you kept the children? I'm a little confused as to what's going on here. This is the least friendly part of the house. Why is it all kid themed? Yikes. This bathroom's haunted. And look, oh, nice living room. Yikes, this is haunted for sure. What even is going on in there? Dang, dude. Okay, I'm confused about how these rooms fit together. I really am. There's so many rooms that seem so disjointed. This house has secrets. Dang, all right. What the? What is this flooring? Dang, dude. All right, I get the idea. All right, let's get out of here, huh? Okay, jeez, all right. Whoa, okay, all right. Haunted rating? Tough one, because I feel like it was fine for the first half, but then it just kind of got worse. I don't know how I feel overall. It just feels like there's like 15 rooms and like 9 of them are haunted, and that's still like, the rates aren't great, but they could be worse, you know? I don't like the creepy, like, child-friendly basement. That definitely takes it down a notch quite a bit. For $350K, I'm good. Let's move on. $600K, 3-bedroom, 4-bath. That's crazy to have more bathrooms than bedrooms, but I digress. Huge house, Oklahoma. Let's go. Loving it so far. Nice big yard, cool driveway, I think, kind of. This is lovely. I like this. I mean, I know there's like 44 more pictures here, but so far, I like what I see. But you know what they say? It's not what's on the outside, it's what's on the inside. Still nice. Still nice. You're stalling. I can tell you're stalling. Show me the inside. It must be terrible in there if you're not gonna show it. Oh. It's honestly not that bad so far. A little creepy, a little sacrificey, but that's okay. Yeah, cool. Fireplace, love it. Okay, definitely interesting. Just an old house, that's all this is. You're stalling again. There we go. Some stained glass like that. A little dungeon room. Very cool. Another little dungeon-y room. This is just a regular room. Just needs some new floor. Nothing wrong with that. I'm defending this house because I like it a lot. I like the outside and the yard. If we can get through this one without feeling like this one disqualifies itself, we're in the money here. This is definitely creepy. Don't love this. These little handrails. Don't love those. Especially that they stick out like 6 inches. You're going to hit your elbows on those all the time. Random room. Not sure where that is. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, a little bit of a haunted bathroom, but they just moved on really quick from that one. A little study right next to the stairs. I love the fire exit sign down there. Makes me feel like I'm not in a home. What is this? That they have like an exit sign. I guess it could be like a wedding venue, right? Nice, cool. I mean, that's intricate. That's lovely. With a picture of the house in the house, that's crazy. Etched into the stone here. I love like the juxtaposition between like a room like this with this like ornate like copper. It's not copper, but like it, or maybe brass, I guess. Whatever fancy pants tiled whatever fireplace, and then it's like the most boring white gray room you've ever seen. This is like what every home built in the like 60s looks like. Nice, lots of doorways for ghosts to come out of. A little attic area. I like this. I think this house is fine. I really think it's not that bad so far. But I do think Whoa, little like industrial kitchen area, right? The yard is lovely, man. I'm sold. I think I would love this house. Like I would buy this house, I move in, and then like the sun would set and I would be in this room looking around and hear like just the natural creaking of the old house. And I'd be like, you know what? I've made a terrible mistake. This house is all fun and games until it's nighttime and you hear creaking, which you will because this house is probably extremely creaky. Beautiful house, definitely a top runner here so far. Look at this, okay? The inside, I can fix it, bro. Okay, this one, we don't have a price for it, but we do have this picture. I assume it's this one right here in the middle. Looks fine. It's like old brick, whatever, looks fine. Right in the middle of a city somewhere. Oh, never mind all that I just said. Does not look fine. It looks like a giant boulder fell through the roof. Nice, okay, this is haunted, but also like it's just destroyed, you know? Could also be haunted, but I think the bigger problem is that it's destroyed. Like even if the ghosts in here were totally friendly and like they were totally homies for you, like they would turn the lights off for you when you leave, stuff like that, still not worth it. Even if this house was free, because look at this. What do you do with this? You don't do anything with this. You leave this. Or you get tetanus. This one is disqualified, in my opinion. There's just no house here, man. I don't know what to tell you. I could fix some things, but I can't build a house. Okay, next up. This one we also don't have a price for. 3 stories, potentially with an attic up here. I like it so far. Definitely needs a new paint job, but nothing I can't handle. Definitely the kind of house you'd see one light on in the night, even though there's no one home, you know? And like maybe a shadow walk past a window. I like it though. It's very ornate. And this is kind of what I expected, not gonna lie. No, actually it's not. I'm looking closer. I think the run down nature of it is what I expected, but what's going on here? We got a bed here, middle of the room, not even centered, just like kind of in the middle of the room with a giant fan just blasting you in the face while you sleep. And then we have a little kiddie pool here. You know, maybe you can't sleep, you wanna go for a little swim. That's the randomest thing ever. And then to make matters worse, we have 2 chairs for like observers who wanna like hang out and watch you sleep, maybe. Don't love what's going on here. Another kiddie pool. I know I'm joking around a little bit, like it's probably for like a leaky ceiling, like look at this, but I don't know, man. That's crazy. Dang, dude. Another one that just needs to be rebuilt. Oh, but man, it looked great 100 years ago, let me tell you. Oh, it was such a beautiful house 100 years ago. And I think that it should still be worth the same amount of money. In fact, that might actually be true, like adjusted for inflation, like 50 grand, you know? Like this is what we're looking at here. I don't know how much they're charging with this one, but it's not worth much. It's like buying a cheeseburger, but they only give you the buns. And you're like, well, that's the easy part. I gotta do everything else myself. $390K, Massachusetts, 7 bedrooms, 4 bath, 3,700 square feet. Let's go. We got some tiny little low res photos. My favorite. Very cool of this little sweepy driveway. These photos are so small on my screen. Show how full my screen is and show how tiny the photo is. This photo was taken on like the first camera phone ever. You're stalling, I can tell. You're stalling? Let's see the inside. Here we go, a guillotine. It's an elevator, I think. Pulley system, probably more like, but it also made me think of a guillotine, which, you know, makes a little more sense based on the vibes here. Nice, the lowest hanging light I've ever seen. Very cool. You wouldn't even hit your elbows on that. You'd hit your balls on that. Nice little blue and white room. They're trying to convince us they're normal. Not working because we have this photo as well. Scary fireplace, very cool. Just disjointed everything. Look how misaligned everything is here. And then like this, what is going on here? There's already a mantle. Why'd you put a shelf on top of the mantle? And then what's this? Is this the stairs for the next room over? Holy smokes, guys. Whoa. What is with there being a fireplace in every room? I guess this could predate like any other form of heating your home, but like we had furnaces. We've had furnaces for a while. A house I lived in a couple years ago was like built in the 40s, I think, and it had a like old, but it was like a metal furnace that did a pretty good job of heating the home. It was haunted for sure, but that's like a given with these. But fireplaces in every room is crazy. Scary little medieval lanterns on the ceiling, very nice. And on the wall. The blue room, and of course, the cage. Gotta have a cage for your old spooky home. There's the guillotine again with another extremely low hanging light. I don't know what you'd use this for. I know like sometimes people will hang a light really low so that they can like have it right above a table, but this is, I swear, too low for a table to fit underneath it. Like your table would be here and the light would be right here. What, huh? Nice checkered white and blue floor. Scary bathroom, dude. Don't love it. Nice. You got a picture of the woods, even though you live in the woods. Just go look out a window, dude. You have this for real outside. Why you gotta paint it on the wall? Yeah, here we go. To make matters worse, scary underbelly. This does not look like it's holding the house up very well, right? These look so dilapidated. I don't know if this is holding the house up. That's what I'm assuming. This is under the house, but it could not be, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, haunted as heck. I'm not buying this one. I don't think. I think this is haunted to its core. The outside, it's nice. Don't get me wrong, it's nice, but it's too haunted. Not a bad deal for how much square footage and rooms you get, but you're still gonna die, you know? And that's just not a good deal. Here we go, a nice cheap one for you. 125K, Pennsylvania, 4 bedrooms, 1 bath, 1,700 square foot. Why is this one kind of a banging deal? This one looks sweet. This looks great. Nice yard, well-maintained outside of the house. Looks like more modern than we've seen today. Still looks old, but like fine. Looks like a nice backyard. Neighbors are also like, everything looks nice, you know? A little crooked, broken garage door, easy fix, okay? Looks like every inch of the carpet has been peed on at some point, but other than that, I don't hate it. A little bit of like moisture damage, nothing unfixable. Dude, this is a sick deal. Where does this go wrong? This is sweet. I'm liking this. I mean, I get what they mean, but like the price doesn't lie. There's just a spooky door hanging out right here. That's nothing wrong with that though. Dude, when does this go wrong? This is nice. I'm vibing with this. Wait, was that wallpaper? Nope, just holes in the wall? Uh-huh. Okay, definitely like a trap door situation here. Something weird happened, but this room is noticeably more haunted than the other ones, but like it's not that bad. Interesting, but like still fine. Fine. Little creepy upper loft area, but I kind of like it. Little peeling paint, nothing wrong with that. Maybe some lead in the air. I can deal with it. Okay, is this where it goes wrong? Like a basement? It's kind of fine with me, you know? It just needs some paint, maybe. I mean, it's spooky, okay? It's spooky, but you know what? In this economy, you're gonna have to deal with a little bit of spooky, all right? I'm gonna have to deal with a little bit of spooky. I'm looking for a place that I can make my own, and this is not spooky enough to keep me away. It's fine. You know, I have a friend who has a basement scarier than this, and he loves his house. No offense if you're watching this, but your basement is scary. Yep, uh-huh. Okay, yeah, dude. All right, this one is easily the #1 so far. Easily. I think this one probably will win. I don't know how we're gonna top this one. I get it, like it's haunted, whatever, boo-hoo. There's probably some ghosts, but they probably got like places to go. They're not just hanging out here all the time. They probably have like other more haunted houses that they go to. They're probably just here on the weekends. You know, this is like their vacation home. And need I remind you, 125K? Crazy, dude. 600K, Arkansas. Ozark, like that TV show? I've never seen it. Does that show take place here? 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, 2,500 square feet, and it looks like a Minecraft house. It is a little medieval castle for a very poor king who could only afford to build just one little square of castle. Also, he was probably not a king because this is Arkansas. But I like the vibe. Look at this. Someone had a dream. They wanted to have a big castle overlooking a big lake, and they settled for Arkansas, and I respect that. Nice. Like it. This is exactly what I think Arkansas looks like, so I'm happy to have that confirmed. Let's see the inside of the house now, shall we? And look how much yard space you get. This is also included, this little like shed house thing. Okay, guys. Actually, this is 600K. Let's not forget that. 600K. This better be good. Okay. It's not good. It's not good. It's fine. It's okay. All right, yeah, whatever, man. I mean, it's interesting, don't get me wrong. Ooh, scary dungeon door, I like that. Dang, you can go up there? Wow, okay. Haunted for sure. Overpriced for sure, but I mean, where else are you gonna get a castle? Where else can you find a castle like that's like personal size, like a little personal pizza of a castle? You can't afford the large family size castle pizza. You gotta get the personal size. This is as good as you're gonna get probably. No offense to you watching this. Let's be realistic here. Neither of us are buying a castle, but this makes it seem like it's possible. Like you got a little 2 rooms for like 2 different prisoners, not just 1, 2 different prisoners with a little food door, put their porridge through. This is sweet. What a crazy place, because it looks like people are actively living in here. Like this is a lived-in space. This is someone's bed. Someone lives in this like extremely haunted, like scratchings on the wall prison room, you know? Nice. I want to meet the people that live here, you know, because they're probably just really wacky, eccentric people, maybe in a fun way. Could be in a crazy way, but they might just be really fun people that are like, screw it, let's buy this castle and let's just put like normal furniture in it and act like we're just in a regular house. Like this is the most normal home goods store interior I've ever seen. This is like what my parents' house looks like, minus the walls. Nice, I love the granite countertops, gotta love those. I mean, this one, it's definitely gonna make a running for the top spot, but I don't think it beats out the last one, not gonna lie. I mean, you can't beat the view. And train tracks? That'll be fun for like a week until your castle shaking every like half an hour starts to wear you down. But yeah, cool view. Cool house. 600K is a little steep though. I get that it is a castle, but probably gonna be too much for me to be seriously interested. Because remember, we're comparing it to this one, 125K. 70K, South Carolina, 4 beds, 4 bath, 5,000 square feet, dude. That's like $15 a square foot. That's a crazy deal. Turns out 70K just gets you this tree and not the house behind it. Front of the house looks a little spooky. Fun color. Sure, you got a nice scary light fixture in the front yard. Like it, love it, but do I gotta have it? Okay, the inside looks fine. Wallpaper, it honestly looks more well maintained than the other ones. Like it looks like someone in here tried to keep it together. I don't love this scary little door though. I know it's just a fireplace, but it's still a scary little door. The walls are definitely falling apart, definitely a little haunted. Like none of these have been not haunted. Let me just say that. I'm comparing them to each other. They are all haunted, but how haunted they are is what matters here. This is a haunted little bed with some haunted little windows for sure. And so is this. But this room could be kind of a vibe, you know? You could have like a little greenhouse garden thing going on in here. Scary staircase, definitely creaky. Ooh, and it curves around. I love that. Nice. Nice. All right, I think I get the idea. It's haunted, but it's not too haunted. It's a pretty big place, seems fairly well maintained. Kind of a chaotic yard, but that's okay. For 70,000, can it beat the other one? It's almost half the price, and it's bigger. But one of them's in Pennsylvania and one of them's in South Carolina. But yeah, dude, this thing is almost triple the size for half the price. Whew, I don't love this one as much though, but it's just a better deal. The economical part of me is like, for 70K, I can have a 5,000 square foot house that like looks fine. I could fix it up a little bit, but then I'm in South Carolina. No offense, I don't know. I'm sure it's lovely. I've never been. I've only been to North Carolina. I don't know if that's like if you guys are like rivals or something. I'm more team North Carolina, but I don't know. 70K is crazy. There's got to be a catch here. I don't know what it is, but all right. Those two are in the top running for sure. 80K in Minnesota, 3 bed, 2 bath, 2,000 square foot. A nice normal size home. 3 beds, 2 bath, that's like pretty normal. You got a nice big chimney and the letter A on it to let you know that you are awesome. It's nothing flashy, but that's okay. That's okay. This is fine. Yeah, this is normal. Okay, all right. Not, you know, carpet looks a little rough, but that's okay. This is fine, dude. Where do you... I mean, it's a little creepy, not gonna lie. I was about to say, where do you live that this is a haunted house? This is a normal bad house. Skinny tall door for a skinny tall guy to go through or come out of at night. Love the carpet in here, man. What is this, a laser tag course? Nice. All right, I get the idea. It's an old house. I mean, this isn't great. This is not great. I mean, it's run down, but they're selling it for 80K. Like, the implication is like, hey, it's pretty rough. You'll have to do a lot of work. But like, is it haunted or is it just run down? Probably a little haunted for sure, but like, again, how haunted? There might be a ghost right there. Not gonna lie, there might be a figure in this photo, but it's fine. You know why it's fine? Because he's outside, not inside. That's big. Yep, this is fine. I don't mind it. This is normal creepy basement stuff, whatever, you know? Maybe I'm just jaded because of how many actually terrifying houses we looked at, but this is fine. For 80K, it's a little bit of a fixer-upper, but like, that's not a bad deal. Good size yard, not bad. And you're in Minnesota. Minnesota's nice. All right, let's do one more. 120K, Rock Island, Illinois. 4 bed, 2 bath, 2,400 square feet. We got one of those kind of old-timey mansions, I guess. Look at this, nice tree out front, nice yard, kind of. Nice little patio area. And look at that dark wood, bro. I like this so far. Definitely haunted mansion vibes, but let's go. Yeah, we got it. We saw it 3 times now. We're good. We saw that. All right, there's the door handle in case that informs your decision to buy this or not. There it is, even closer. I love the person who's taking the pictures here. Wow. Okay, please don't get scary because I like this a lot. If I'm gonna find a house, again, these are all haunted, but how haunted? 120K? How haunted are we okay with? This is fine so far. Well maintained. This house has been respected. I like it. The person taking these pictures loves this house. Nice. Little scary. Imagine just sitting in this chair, just staring at this wall as like your leisurely activity. Pretty cool. This could be the discipline room. Maybe snakes are in this box. I don't know. Nice old piano. Love that. I love the color on the walls. Ornate. Thanks for taking some detailed photos, my guy. Nice fireplace. Very cool, ornate. I love it. Thank you. Man. This is, whoa, okay. The solitary confinement room for sure. I don't know why this room didn't get as much love as the other ones. I like the old stovetop thing here, and then like a straight up just Walmart microwave back there. Love that. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. This is cool. Some old light switches. Nice. I love this little, I mean, haunted. This is where the ghosts are for sure, but like I love this little under the stairs little cubby area. Nice. They could never make me hate you, bro. They could never. Rocking chair? Gotta have one of those because what else is gonna creep you out? Cool, cool, cool. Don't love the wallpaper, but I can deal with it. It's funny how boring the upstairs is compared to the downstairs. Like they just put all the money into that front opening. Like as soon as you walk in, you're like, this house is beautiful. And then the people that live there are like, don't look around. Just stay in here. It's losing me a little bit, but it's cool still. Nice. Scary attic with, again, one lone chair just facing a wall. Gotta have those for some reason. Oh, a bunch of them facing the wall. Very cool. This is where the ghosts have little, like, business meetings, you know, to discuss their strategy. Cool, nice little backyard. I like it, man. I don't love it as much as I thought, but I like it. Looks like they've done some work in here. Very cool. All of it was kind of spooky, kind of whatever, except for this main area, which I love so much. But I think I wish that the whole house kept up this aesthetic. You know, I think if the whole house was this dark wood paneling and all this stuff with like the cool lighting and everything, I think this would be the top contender. Like this would be the winner. But I think the fact that like 90% of the house was just boring like anything else, I think it lost me a little bit. I think I would be like, whatever, you know? So 120K in Illinois. All right, the top ones are this one for 125K in Pennsylvania. Loved it. Then there was this mint looking one that was 70K in South Carolina. It's a nice big house, big yard. And the one we just looked at a little bit ago, 80K, 2,000 square foot. Not bad, you know? And then when we just looked at the mansion one, love the opening, but that was kind of the only thing good about it, not gonna lie. But for 120K, it's not bad. But I think my choice, drum roll please, out of all the ones we looked at today, the one that's got your best bang for your buck, your best ghost to value ratio, I think has gotta be this one, all right? I like it. It's modern enough for me. I need a little modern. I don't love the 4 bedrooms, 1 bath. You crazy? But other than that, honestly, not that haunted. I would definitely rip the carpet out. I would definitely repaint and touch up here and there. But me and the ghosts in here, looks like they got free reign to just go in and out of every room through these vents. They probably love that level of flexibility. I like this house, man. I think it was not bad. I think it had a lot of character to it. And this room's scary. But other than that, I think the house was nice. And I'll take it. 125K that I don't have. I'm not about to actually buy a house, but we can dream together. Nice, congrats, and sorry to the runner-ups. You guys did fine. Just a little too haunted, a little too run down for the price tag. But 125K in Pennsylvania for a nice, a good size, not too big home. I don't need a mansion. I just want like a place for my toys, you know what I mean? Yep, I like it. Thanks for watching. Let me know what house you liked the most and if it was the same one. I'm sure a lot of you guys will land in the same top 4 as I did, but if you didn't, if something earlier on tickled your fancy, like maybe some of you guys liked this, you know? Maybe you're like a sewer rat watching this like, ooh, this is nice. I kind of like this. This is my vibe. Or like, you know, ones like this that were good houses for the most part, they were just a little pricey. Maybe you're down for that, you know? Maybe you got 350K lying around and you're just like, what the heck, man? Let's live it up. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I know, random video idea, but I like to do just my random ideas once in a while, just for fun, to keep it fresh. This is probably a one-time thing, but hopefully you had fun with me, because I had fun with you. You're kind of a hoot to hang out with, you know that? Don't hide your wonderful personality from the world. Get out there, okay? Thanks for looking at creepy houses with me. Not a lot of people will do that with me, you know? You're special. All right, see ya. You know what's funny though, is that my apartment is so not haunted, and even living here creeps me out. So there's no way I would survive in any of these houses. That's the truth.